Hello to all my American Horror Story historians. My name is EJ Marino, and we have one final review for American Horror Story Double Feature. Let's get into my feelings on The Perfect Future.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
While the title of this episode may have perfect in it, oh boy, was this episode far from it. Oh my goodness, I am trying to figure out how to talk about this without seeming very frustrated, very angry, because what the hell was that ending? When the episode stopped and it went to the last commercial break, I was just like, oh cool, we have one final scene. Oh my god, the credits are rolling. Yo, for real, what just happened on my television? Overall, I'm not 1,000% upset with this whole season, but this is the second finale for the double feature that I just went, that's it? Like, you have built up so much. There is so much going on, so much story, so much world building, and I was so let down by the ending. But I don't want to make this a complete negative review because there is things I did enjoy. It's just so frustrating. Before I get into the full recap and review, I do want to say thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I have been talking about American Horror Story on this channel for like 3.5 months. It's been a journey, but it's also been very fun. And thank you all for joining me. The American Horror Story action is not going to be ending here. I have a prediction video for season 11. You guys can find out up there. And overall, I want to make some content that is AHS based for you all. So let me know what you want to see down in the comments below. We have a lot to talk about. Maybe we can figure out how we could have made both these seasons better. That could be a fun idea because I have some ideas and they're not written by a pale person. So the episode begins and I knew I was in trouble when the first thing I see is goddamn Richard Nixon. I am so glad I never have to see this man's bad Nixon drag again. So we are in the early 70s. Nixon is dealing with the Vietnam War. He is not having it at all. He's being very stressed. He's actually very kind of agitated with Valiant Thor. Valiant Thor is just like, yo bro, what are you doing? What's happening? What? I am setting up all these distractions for you, which kind of implies that the Vietnam War is a distraction. They also kind of imply that other things have been distraction. Yo, for real, this got a bit cringy with the let's rewrite American history. I liked it when Ryan Murphy did that with Hollywood, but when it's on here with this double feature, I was not into any of this throwback, let's talk about American history stuff, and you really lost me when you made Henry Kissinger a lizard person. Yo, we went full lizard person conspiracy with this episode. That could also be on me. I don't particularly care about the deep throat stuff, about Watergate, by lizard people, about JFK. I don't care about any of that, and this season definitely depended on that. If you were into weird, controversial, political, conspiracy theories, I can definitely see people being into it. But for me, once I saw the Mamie Eisenhower stuff end up being deep throat to try to expose Nixon, I was just like, y'all really tried it. The Kissinger thing, there was just a lot in here that I was overall frustrated. This whole black and white segment was so strange. We had the flashbacks to Ike dying, which we also found out that Valiant Thor was just basically yo, you don't have to die, and he's just like, no, for real, I need to die. I'm upset that I've created this world that we are in, and I'm like, yeah, you kind of did screw us all up, especially how this episode ends. You did kind of lead us down a path that I don't think we were all ready for, but I definitely felt that way. Same thing with Mamie. She was kind of blinded by it. She was obviously hooking up with Thor, which again, maybe Cody Fern could throw some D on me and I'd be like, yep, sure, I'm ready to doom the whole human race. I just don't know, and oh my god, I'm thinking about the end of this episode while I'm thinking about this part and just getting frustrated. But yeah, overall, this whole black and white segment ended with basically Mamie finding out that she does not have to die the way Ike dies. She can kind of freeze herself at the aging process at Area 51, so she ends up kind of living the rest of her life there. We see at the end of the black and white segment that she meets Calico and they get along, and I'm just like, I can watch Leslie Grossman and Sarah Paulson be friends forever. I was so into all of that, because if I go back to like Apocalypse, oh my god, they made fun of her so bad. I just was just like, I don't know. I am interested in the like kind of idea of the Calico Mammy stuff, so much to the point that I was upset that we only got it in this episode. That's one of the least of my worries here. So yeah, let's talk about the rest of this episode and let's get this over with. I can't believe I've been talking about American Horror Story this long and I'm this frustrated already. I was about to move on and I'm really trying to think, did I get everything done in that black and white segment? Like, we had a lot happening, but did I talk about it all? There was 4 writers for this episode, so I'm sure one of them threw something in that I am completely forgetting about now. So yeah, let's get to the modern time stuff. We are kind of picking up exactly where we left off. There is a whole break in the facility. The alarms are going off. We're finding out that, yeah, basically, the 2 boys kind of screwed everything over. In a way, that stuff didn't actually end up weighing much. We found out that the squid baby was a regression, which doesn't really add up to anything. I was just like, oh, are these 4 actually not good hosts? No, we find out that Kendall was a pretty good host, so I didn't understand why the squid baby thing even happened other than the shock of it. Yeah, I was just like, okay, and we find out that Theta, I believe the alien's name is, the actress who played the chemist, which, oh my god, wow, no connections to Red Tide, that just hit me. Oh, wow, no connections to Red Tide. Anyway, so yes, the alien lady basically finds out, like, hey, we have to go get the 2 girls because something was up with these 4. There was something good here, so let's get Kendall and Jamie and try to get them to give birth. And yeah, those 2 girls are just like, we're ready to escape, and they have no chance. Like, once the alien queen basically gets them and sends them on this path, Jamie gives birth to her baby, they kill the baby, they kill Jamie, and I'm like, wow, this actress is gone. It was such an unceremoniously death, and I was just like, okay, same thing. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say Kendall got an unceremoniously death, but she became the Borg Queen. They gave her like a robot head, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? This episode made me go, what? So many times. I thought the weird circular robot head thing they put on was one of the cheesiest looking things. I thought it was interesting what they were trying to say, that they basically made her a machine / livestock, so they're just pumping babies out of her. There was a commentary there, deep down and all that madness. Oh my goodness. So yes, all of this is happening, and Mamie Eisenhower is figuring out that, yeah, she signed a deal with the devil, basically. Like, she set herself up for failure. She is now trying to, like, okay, wow, they found the perfect hybrid. The Kendall gave birth to it. That's why she's like a livestock thing. They're about to start their master plan, because Valiant Thor reveals, oh yeah, no, we're here to replace you guys, not to live among you. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, yeah, that was pretty obvious. You guys were obviously evil people. Like, Mamie, I know you really were getting, like, dicked down by him, but, like, think.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
What's not clicking, girl? Like, you were so dumb to think all of these years that nothing sketchy was happening? Come on, yeah. So Mamie decides to get with Calico and get with Theta, and they're going to, like, try to break free, and surprise, there is a twist, and the twist is nothing. We find out that the alien people are existing with the lizard people, and I just rolled my eyes. Which one of you 4 writers decided to put the lizard people in here? I'm mad at you. I'm blaming, I don't know, Falchuk. I'm just gonna blame you for it, because, I don't know, Gwyneth Paltrow goop. That's probably what it is. She's maybe a lizard person. That might be interesting. So yes, Valiant Thor basically exposes his plans. Calico and Mamie decide to team up to figure this out and get out of there and kill the hybrid to start it all over. Yeah, they are almost there. They're about to do it, and Theta says, no. I was just figuring out that you guys are useless. Like, for real. Y'all humans have ruined this planet, ruined other people, so you guys are gone. We're ejecting you from this planet. It is the hybrid time. Let's do this. And I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, Theta basically just poofs Mamie's head off, and yeah, the episode starts to wrap up, and I'm like, cool, we have like one more scene. Like, we see that Calico helps give birth, she's like loving the cute little hybrid, and I'm like, oh, cool, and now we see the alien invasion scene. Oh my god, roll credits. Like, yeah, this ending was just such a muted ending. I was expecting something so much bigger. As much as I talked trash about the Red Tide finale, at least that had a bigger, grandiose ending with the whole end of the world. Me and Mary Girl Moody were just talking about, like, we wanted an alien invasion. We wanted something fun and weird to happen on this finale, and they just gave me a pretty, like, I know they're going to set up the alien invasion, but they didn't fulfill me with anything. They just left me hanging, and I don't want that. I don't want American Horror Story Blue Balls. If I knew we were revisiting the Red Tide or Death Valley seasons again in the future, I might be more kinder to it, but I can't really, I tried to get into this review and be super positive and always be like, girls, I love this, oh my god, American Horror Story, but for real, this episode was frustrating, it was angering, it ended and I just truly went, what? I'm just upset. This wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Again, I told y'all, I let my expectations down for a bit for this season. I was just like, let's have fun. Let's just do something wild. But even with my lowered expectations, cannot get into this finale. I'm kind of heartbroken, and I hate being this mean to something, because I did have a fun ride, but you all made it fun. You all joining me for this journey was what made this whole season so special to me. So this is my time to say special thanks to everyone who subscribed, everyone who commented. Thank you all. You made American Horror Story Double Feature so special for me. I will never forget this season because of our time reviewing it. So I'm going to be wrapping this up now. Thank you all for tuning in for this American Horror Story review. Please stick around on my channel. I'm reviewing Chucky, I'm going to be reviewing movies, and there is more American Horror Story content on the way. Let me know what you want to see down in the comments below. What did you think of this ending? Are you on my side of just being like, what the hell is this? I was rooting for you, we were all rooting for you, and you let me down? Or are you more positive? Let me know your feelings down in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel because I make videos like this every single week. I can't wait to talk about more stuff with you. If you guys aren't watching my Chucky reviews, that is the show of the fall. I'm having a good time. Oh, and make sure you guys give me a thumbs up because YouTube takes those way too seriously. Alright guys, for one final time, let's talk about American Horror Story Double Feature down below.